Alright, today we're going to be giving you this second weapon guide in Capybara Go. If you saw the video from yesterday, you know I'm going to be doing a video here and there, just kind of going through every single weapon inside the game. Today we're going to be going over the Durian Hammer and the Star Staff, and these are both pretty interesting weapons. If you did see the video from yesterday, I said I was going to be doing all these weapons at Epic +2, keep them at level 1, and then the second weapon I went over, I had at level 2. Really isn't going to make a difference. I'm going to do these ones all at just a straight Epic on it. We don't get any extra skill slots on it there, so it's not going to be anything that'll affect our numbers on this. Going in on this, we drop the pets, we drop every single piece of gear except for the weapon, and one thing I do want to say in this video is if you look at your basic stats and look underneath the attack, this one here, the Durian Hammer, is a counter attack weapon. Just figure whatever that line is underneath the attack is pretty much going to be what that weapon revolves around. Now this will give us a 12.5% increase to our counter attack, which means we have a 1 in 8 chance technically of countering. The uncommon skill on this is if we counter, we're going to be getting 10% added to our shield. Similar to the weapons yesterday, our rare skill is going to be that basic attacks will give an extra 10 rage. However, on this weapon, our epic stat is going to be a global HP plus 25%, where those R1s were global attack. Now when it comes time to activating our rage, we'll be summoning a Durian, which is going to be doing 150% of our attack damage, and we'll also be healing ourselves for 11% of our max HP. Now our normal hits are hitting for 223,000, and when we go and activate our rage, that Durian is going to be the hit. And you can see it only takes 3 hits to actually activate our rage, and now we're hitting for 358,000. Now it did say that damage dealt was going to be about 150%, that's actually closer to 160%, but I don't know, say, what type of collectibles I have out there that are going and giving me extra damage of things, so just figure it's roughly going to be around that point. But you can see at the same time of that thing hitting, we're also healing for 117,000. We're just sitting roughly over 1 million for health, so there's our 10% right there. Figure every 3 hits that you're making, we're activating the range, and these are the numbers you're going to be seeing. When it came to the counterattack, I was hitting a little bit hard. Normally I was hitting for 223, now I'm hitting for 234. Once again, that could be a collectible or some other stat inside the game that's kind of buried inside there, but you see here, we are getting a shield. We didn't have this shield before, even though the wording says that it's going to add on to your shield. If you don't have one, you will get a shield for 10%. Moving on to the next weapon, which is going to be the Star Staff. Once again, if we look underneath our attack, this is going to give increased damage for our skills. And if you know me, I absolutely love building around skills inside the game. So our uncommon skill on this one will be, we're going to be releasing 1 flame strike each round. But look at this right here, the basic attacks on this one for our rare stat are going to give 25 rage this time. The other 3 weapons we've done so far have only been 10, so this is going to be a big one right here to build around rage. However though, the epic stat on this isn't going to be any global attack or HP, we're going to have burn damage plus 35%. So when it comes time to activating our range, we're going to be doing a fire strike damage at 230% our attack. On top of that, we're also going to be adding 2 stacks of burn. Now the uncommon flame strike, that'll be hitting for about 90k on this here, which is roughly around 35%. So remember when I said that we're going to be getting an extra 25 rage for every basic attack? It's only going to take 2 basic attacks before our rage meter is filled. So that rage attack is going to be 723k I'm hitting for. It's actually more like 280%. Once again, these are rough numbers. Don't go by the little stat you see on there. There's so many variables inside the game. And then we're also getting those burn stacks on it too. And that burn's going to be hitting for about 141,000, so a little bit less than 50% of what our basic attack is. However though, as I got further into it, now those burns started hitting for like 212,000. So think about this here. Our basic attack is hitting for 258,000. Our flame strike is hitting for 90,000. Then we go and throw the burn in there at 212,000, and then the ultimate rage skill comes in at 723,000. Those seem to be some pretty insane numbers, and I think I might have to switch over this weapon as my main. So there you have it. This is our second weapon video here. We got more of them coming, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe the whole 9 yards. If you want to see the first weapon video, take a look at this one right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.